Hi, everybody. I'm attorney Lisa Bloom, and I'm here today with attorney Terry Gibbs and our client Emily Ball, and we have an important case to discuss with you. Emily, go ahead.
Thank you so very much. When you hear someone say they love their job, you think, wow, management must really be great. In my case, management failed me, failed my country club, failed my community. I loved my job. I took great pride in my job, and it showed. I had many raises, a promotion, managed 7 beverage carts flawlessly, created drink specials, named them after the members, implemented new lunch plans, and sold out. The station I was at, the bar, was the hub of the country club. Think Cheers. Think Cheers, the bar. You come in, everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows your name. I know everyone, they know me. Picture me as the bartender. I had 300 norms. I knew everyone. Then COVID hit. A member informed me that the coronavirus had come to the club. A member returning from Italy had tested positive for the coronavirus and was in quarantine. They were just at the country club. They had come through on a Sunday. I had contact with them. Other members had contact with them. At what length do you go to protect your son, your wife, your husband, your grandfather? That's what I did. I went to management. I voiced my concerns. The World Health Organization had just declared the coronavirus a pandemic. I was asked by a member what our protocol was. We didn't have any. We had zero supplies. We didn't have a plan. Management had poo-pooed the coronavirus. Management had called it a democratic hoax. They had called me stupid, said it was nothing more than the flu. Management had said that the flu was worse than the coronavirus and that I was to go back to work. I did go back to work. I went back to my station. A manager had come in. She had heard what manager had said, calling me stupid, calling the coronavirus a hoax. Her wife was in the medical field, and she had told me this seriously, call my doctor and inform my doctor that I had been in contact with a coronavirus patient. At the club, the country club had been in contact with a coronavirus. My doctor informed me to call the health department, and the health department advised me that I needed to go home and quarantine for 10 days. I needed to tell management that I needed to go home and I needed to self-quarantine. I did that. I packed up. I went home. I was on doctor's orders at home, stay in place, shelter at home. I received a phone call from management advising me that if I wanted to keep my job, I needed to take down a Facebook post I had posted earlier that day. It was Sunday. It was National Prayer Day. I reached out on social media, on Facebook, asking for prayers and cookies. I didn't know about the contact of the member with the coronavirus. I couldn't get tested. I wasn't showing symptoms. You couldn't test in Oklahoma. We didn't have tests in Tulsa. You had to drive to Oklahoma City, which is about an hour and a half away. And here I am on quarantine, doctor's orders, health department orders, and I'm to drive an hour and a half away for a test. I don't know where to go or what to do. So I reached out. I reached out on a private Facebook post, just reaching out, asking for prayers and cookies. Management threatened me to take the post down, and I did. I did take the post down immediately. While management was on the phone, I took the post down. I loved my job. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize my job. I wanted to protect my members. I was home protecting my community, my neighbors. Everybody was in doing their part. We were all in this together. I was fired for speaking about coronavirus at the country club. I had voiced my concerns to management about the age range of the members. And if you remember when the CDC guidelines first came out, it was 65 to 70 years old. That was the target age range. And those were my members. Everybody I know. We're like family. My mom died abruptly in July last year while we were out of town on vacation. And the country club took up a collection for me. And I have an urn that's timeless. We had a commitment to each other, the members and myself, the entire team. We were there for our members. We're a private club. My members are my boss. That's who I'm there for. That's who I serve. I was there to protect them. I was fired. I was fired trying to protect the ones I love and care about. My country club, my community, my neighbors. And I was fired. This can't happen.
Yeah, Emily, thank you. And why are you speaking out publicly about this now?
I don't want anybody else to go through this. And if there is somebody else going through this, you're not alone. I've tried to research everything I can about the coronavirus. And the number one thing is communication, the face masks, the hand washing, the cleanliness, knowing your surroundings, and the social distancing. And at a country club, that's so hard to do.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. Attorney Terry Gibbs works with me at the Bloom firm. We're very proud to represent Emily. Terry, go ahead.
Emily, that was wonderful. My name is Attorney Terry Gibbs, and I'm honored to represent Emily Ball with Lisa Bloom and the Bloom firm. Employees have a right to a healthy and safe workplace. Oklahoma law mandates that. Under federal and Oklahoma law, employees cannot be retaliated against for voicing unlawful or unsafe work conditions. Emily was a dedicated employee at the country club. She adored the country club. The members loved her, often calling her amazing and fantastic. Management loved her, telling her that she was the best employee they ever had. She felt like the country club was her family. When she learned that her safety and that of her colleagues and the country club members, mostly the elderly, had potentially been compromised due to exposure to COVID-19, she knew she had to protect them and speak up. So she rightfully and courageously expressed her concern to management. Yet, her employers first mocked and ignored her, and then terminated her when she asked for a prayer from her friends and family on Facebook due to her possible exposure. Her employer did not correct the problem. It did not implement the necessary and proper protective measures at that time. In fact, the country club remained open and susceptible to all of the harms that come with COVID-19. Emily did the right thing. You did, Emily, to protect yourself and those around you. Her employer acted illegally in their response to her concerns, and Emily, you deserve justice. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. And I'm so proud to work with you on this case. So this is a crisis of healthcare, and this is a crisis for workers. The people who are getting sick and dying are suffering tremendously during this COVID crisis. And American workers are suffering as well. We have heard that over 30 million Americans have filed unemployment claims over the last 6 weeks. And that's just the number that could get through. The number is really quite a bit higher. Emily is one of those, and we refuse to let Emily just become another statistic. Emily did exactly what we want everybody to do right now, which is warn, let people know that you've been exposed or that they may have been exposed so they can take the steps to self-quarantine and protect themselves. Emily knows that this is not a hoax as much as we all wish that it was, and that instead we have to be very, very careful, especially to protect our elderly friends and neighbors. Emily, one of the things about your story that struck me was that you said that you hugged in the past many of the members. They were like family to you. And of course you did. And of course we all did that in the days before we knew that this deadly virus was circulating. And so I know that you wanted to protect them. And it's very unfortunate and frankly outrageous that the country club acted the way it did toward you, Emily. So I appreciate you reaching out to us. We are very proud to represent you. I appreciate that you reached out to the EEOC already, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and we are going to be very proud to represent you to file this complaint. I want everybody out there to know that workers' rights are still in place. We may be in a national crisis, but the law is still there and it protects workers. It protects workers from discrimination based on disability or perceived disability, like being exposed to the coronavirus. And it protects workers who speak out about workplace health and safety. And if anybody else's rights are violated, we stand with you, just as we stand with Emily. So Emily, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for speaking out about your story. Thank you for standing up for your rights. I know it's very difficult. I could hear the catch in your voice a couple of times because this is hard, but you're doing the right thing, I know, to help other people. If anybody has questions about Emily's case or workers' rights during this age of COVID, please contact us via our media contact, and that is marcelino@thebloomfirm.com. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening, and please stay safe.